Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how much it costs to live in Japan while showing the video from me visiting Tokyo. Weather in Japan is getting warmer and it feels like spring is coming. But I've been struggling with allergies and I think a lot of people here are struggling too. Anyways, I'm going to explain the cost of living in this order. First of all, I will show you how much is it different to live in city area and other places. Second, I'm going to show you the breakdown of the cost. And lastly, I'm going to explain the difference of the cost of living between Japan and the States. Let's get started. Based on the information on the internet, this is the cost of living in Japan in different locations. This cost is monthly cost for a single person. It costs 139,000 yen, which is about $1,070 in Hokkaido and Tohoku area. Those two areas are located at north part of Japan and it snows a lot in winter. But they have a lot of beautiful places and good food. I want to share those places sometimes in this channel. Next one is this area. It costs 166,000 yen, which is about $1,280 in Kanto area. This is the area where Tokyo is located at. Most of the places here are more like city/suburb area. Next is this area. It costs 146,000 yen, which is about $1,120 in Hokuriku and Tokai area. This area is middle of Japan's main island, and this is where Mount Fuji is located at. Next one is this area. It costs 133,000 yen, which is about $1,020 in Kinki area. This is where Kyoto and Osaka are located at. Next is this one. It costs 142,000 yen, which is about $1,090 in Chugoku and Shikoku area. This is the area where you can see the beautiful island on Seto Island Sea. Last one is this area. It costs 142,000 yen, which is about $1,090 in Kyushu and Okinawa area. This is where beautiful beaches are located at. Okinawa is famous for a beach, but also they have unique foods and I really like it. Cost of living is higher in Kanto area since Tokyo is in this area. But there is not a lot of difference between each area. In the next clip, I'm going to explain the detailed cost of living. To simplify the explanation, I'm going to explain the average cost of living in Japan. The average cost of living in Japan is about 150,000 yen, which is about $11,055. The cost is broken down into groceries, housing, electricity, gas, water bills, home goods, clothing, insurance, transportation, foreign service, hobby, and others. Grocery costs about 38,200 yen, which is about $294. Groceries fee is pretty different for people who cook and people who don't. Usually, people who cook regularly spend 21,000 yen, which is about $162 for groceries. And people who don't cook spend more than 40,000 yen, which is about $308. In Japan, it is really easy to get foods which are already cooked. You can get food from grocery store, convenience store, restaurants, and so on. Especially, foods from grocery store and convenience store are pretty affordable. When you are tired and have no energy to cook, this is really good choice. However, if you eat this nearly every day, the cost for foods piles up. I personally don't buy cooked food or go to restaurant unless I go out with my friends. So I can reduce the cost for groceries to about 15,000 yen, which is about $115. So it is really depends on your lifestyle, but the average cost is 38,200 yen. Next one is cost for housing. Housing costs about 21,000 yen, which is about $162. This data is average data and it includes the people States. And also, it includes people who get housing fee support from companies they are working. Some companies have that as a part of welfare. Because of that, the average cost of housing goes down. But if you live by yourself at the apartment, average cost for housing is about 60 to 70,000 yen, which is about $462 to $538. Next one is electricity, gas, water bills. It costs about 12,000 yen, which is about $92. This cost is pretty much the same for most of people, but it changes if you take a bath or cook a lot because it uses gas. Gas bill goes down if you take only shower and not cook a lot. Next is home goods. It costs about 5,300 yen, which is about $40. This cost is for changing furniture or home appliances. Next is clothing cost. It costs about 4,700 yen, which is about $36. This may change if you like clothing. I personally don't buy clothes that much, but seeing cool fashion makes me want to buy some. At the same time, it makes me annoyed to have too much clothes in my closet. So it is really hard to balance that. Anyways, next is insurance cost. It costs about 7,000 yen, which is about $54. Insurance fee is different for each person and different ages. Next is transportation and phone service. It costs about 18,000 yen, which is about $138. I think this cost goes up if you have a car, since you need to pay for gas and a maintenance fee. But if you live in the city, you don't really need a car, because you can go anywhere with public transportation. And a phone service fee is not that expensive in Japan. I personally only pay about 2,500 yen, which is about $19, and I can use data up to 20 gigabytes. Next is for hobby. It costs about 15,000 yen, which is about $115. This cost is really varied by people. I like traveling and going to cafe, so I usually spend about 20,000 yen, which is about $154 for that. Sometimes I feel like I've been spending too much, but I believe that it is good for me to travel around when I want to. Because maybe I won't be able to travel around a lot when I get older. I should not spend too much though. Anyways, next is other cost. It costs about 29,000 yen, which is about $223. This cost can be anything. For me, this cost is like money gift for my friend's wedding or friend's birthday present. From next clip, I'm going to show you the difference between Japan and the States. This is yearly cost of living in Japan and the States. The cost of living in Japan seems cheaper compared to the States, but it is because the salary between the two is different. The median of the salary of Japan and the States are this. Salary in Japan is nearly a half of the States, so the cost of living is lower as well. So it seems like it's easier to live in Japan, but the cost of living with respect to salary is this. As you can see, you don't get a lot of salary in Japan, but living cost is low. And you can get more money in the States, but you need more for living cost. So it will be really nice if you can get a salary from the company in the States while living in Japan. I wish I can do that. Anyway, I hope this explanation was helpful. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!